Hello, fellow fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. I am so super excited today to be filming this video because this is a momentous occasion. This is actually my very first collaboration with another YouTuber, not just any other YouTuber, one of my favorite YouTubers, and that is the very wonderful, very debonair, very classy Mr. Rey Schar. So I will put all of his information in the description box. If you do not watch Rey's videos, you definitely need to, because he is super positive like me. I try to stay on the positive side. Every once in a while, I'll get I throw a little shade here and there, right? But overall, I try to be very positive. I don't like all of those negative review type of videos, I guess here and there is okay. But I really like Rey because he's super positive. He has a really broad range of fragrances that he likes. He has very similar preferences to me, so I like that as well. And I really do trust his recommendations. He knows his stuff. So you definitely want to check him out. The other thing I love about him is usually in his videos, he refers to his viewers as like sweet, dearest cherubs and things like that, and I like to be called that. I get called other things by some other people, but not a cherub or sweet or anything like that. So I appreciate just for a few moments to watch the videos and be called all those nice little names. So thank you, Rey. Thank you for doing that. So how did this come about? Well, Rey had posted a little while ago that he was looking to collaborate with other content creators, and I got in touch with him and said, I'm up for it because I love his channel. I'm very, very new, so I really appreciated that he went along with it, because I think at the time I had only been doing this for about 2 months. I'm really only like 4 months in now. So, trying to grow my channel, trying to explore everything, navigate this crazy YouTube fragrance world, right? So I think it was very nice that he decided to do a little collab with me. So in talking to him, of course, if you know Rey, he is from South Africa. He's in South Africa, and I'm sure he'll be talking about that in his video. And I was trying to explain that I'm from Philly. So yes, this is all about Philly. Well, you'll see it in the title, but I live in the Philly area. I'll get more on that in a second. But, I am not a very worldly person, to be honest. I've only been to one other country, and that is Canada. So that's, that's not like really branching out very far. And I don't know how the rest of the world really references Philly. I mean, I think it's a pretty big deal. But so I was trying to describe to him where I live, and I said, where the Rocky movies are made? I mean, Rocky. Who doesn't know Rocky, right? It's like the famous thing. So, but he was actually already very familiar with Philadelphia. So that was good. But in thinking about that, we were kind of thinking like, ooh, let's do something location related, like scents that embody where you live. And it just kind of went from there. So what I have for you today are 5 fragrances that to me kind of embody Philadelphia, represent us, the good and the bad, because there's some good and some bad. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be brutally honest. Now, look, I love Philadelphia. I think it's a great city, a great historic city. We're not without our issues. But anyway, we're going to delve into some fragrances that, to me, remind me of where I live. Now, disclaimer, I do not live in the city of Philadelphia. I live just outside of it, in the Philly suburbs, but I grew up literally in a different suburb that I live in now, that was like walking distance from a sign that said, "Welcome to Philadelphia." So I was very, very close to the city growing up. I mean, literally minutes away, and I'm in Philadelphia a lot. So I think I'm pretty good authority on all things Philadelphia. Now, where I live, if you're not familiar with the suburban area, of course, I always refer to movies because I am a film teacher. If you did not know, I teach high school film. But, if you've ever seen, some of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, he films a lot in my area. Also, if you ever saw Silver Lining Playbook, that was filmed in the general area. And also, where I live specifically, if you've seen the HBO Max series Mare of Easttown with Kate Winslet, that is my area. They actually filmed some of the scenes down the street from me. So that's the reference point if you're from somewhere else where you don't know all about us. So, okay, I'm going to get into these fragrances and stop yapping. I could talk about Philly all day, but you know, Philadelphia, of course, is the home of the Liberty Bell. It's really where our country began. We have like Ben Franklin walking around here. It's very exciting. Declaration of Independence, Constitution, all that good stuff, right? So I love the historic aspect of Philadelphia. We also had a lot of firsts. We had like the first university, the first hospital. So definitely check out Philadelphia history. It's very, very, very interesting. Okay, so the first fragrance that to me I associate with Philadelphia is Love by Killian. And that is because Philadelphia, as you may know, is known as the city of brotherly love. William Penn took the Greek words for brother and love and put them together, Philadelphia. There you go, boom, Philadelphia. So I do not have a full-size bottle of Love by Killian. I just have a little sample here. And I actually sniffed this for the first time in one of my sample sniffing videos. I don't know, it was a little while ago. And when I first smelled it, I was like, okay, you know, this is nice. It's really sweet. I didn't think it was worth the money, and I still stand by that. But I've been wearing it all today. You know what? I kind of like it. So if you're not familiar with Love by Killian, it is a very sweet, neroli, orange blossom, marshmallowy, like it's super, super sweet. It almost smells like an orange creamsicle. It's just this like orange vanilla, whipped cream, marshmallow, you know, that whole thing. So if you don't like gourmands, you probably would not like this. But I will say the aesthetic here, as far as scent, a lot of people in this area really do like sweet perfumes, very sweet perfumes. I find that most of the ladies I know wear things that are on the sweeter side, which is why it's easy for me to stand out as a limelight lass here. Because of course, if you're familiar with my channel, I like deeper, more masculine scents, unisex, you know, just spicy tobacco. So I actually don't smell like most of the ladies around here, and I'm okay with that. But for the most part, I feel like Philadelphia ladies like the sweeter scent. So Love by Killian is great. And like I said, it reminds you of love. You know, we have the love sign. So there you go. That is Love by Killian. All right, speaking of sweet things, so Philadelphia is very well known for our food. It's not the healthiest food. I mean, it's not healthy at all, but we do have amazing food here. So you may have heard of like our cheesesteaks, our hoagies, our big soft pretzels. I mean, it's all really good, but one of my favorite things in Philadelphia is water ice. I love water ice. And it's funny because I don't normally like sweet things. I don't really like sweets at all, but I'm always up for some water ice. If you're not familiar with what water ice is, it's basically like this icy, usually fruit flavored. Like it depends on what kind, because some brands make their water ice kind of like creamy. I don't like that kind. I like it really like icy. It's basically just like ice. It's ice that's flavored, and it is delicious and refreshing. I thought that everybody knew about water ice until I worked in the music industry right out of college, and I started talking to people in other parts of the country, and I mentioned water ice, and they'd be like, what are you talking about? So I don't know. I guess not everyone's lucky enough to have it. But the scent that reminds me of water ice is Escada Summer Festival. And I've talked about this on my channel before. This is just so fruity and delicious, and it reminds me of cherry water ice. Like, I always thought that. And it's funny because I haven't looked at the notes in a really long time, and I just looked at them again. And the top notes are actually cherry blossom and ice. So that kind of makes sense. Kind of brilliant on my part for putting that together. Pat myself on the back. But yes, I really, really like this. If you are into just fun, summery, refreshing, sweet fragrances, but it's not cloying sweet. It's more of like a refreshing cherry water ice kind of sweet. So I don't know. It reminds me of water ice. It smells super good. So that is Escada Summer Festival. Okay, keeping with summer things, another thing that people from Philly love to do, except me, because I've mentioned this on my channel before, but they like to go to the beach. Now, I personally hate the beach, but I do like the shore town. So most of us go down to the Jersey Shore. So like we will say we're going down the shore. We say it like in one word, down the shore. We're going down the shore. You know, it could be Ocean City, Cape May, Wildwood. I mean, there are a lot of Jersey Shore towns, but yeah, the people here really like beachy things and beachy smells. So for that one, I chose Bobbi Brown Beach. Now, this is just like a straight up suntan lotion on the beach type of fragrance. So if you don't like sunscreen fragrances, you're not going to like this. But I don't know. When I smell this, I'm just transported to the Jersey Shore. All the people around, all the other Philly area people who like invade. And of course, the poor people who live at the Jersey Shore have to deal with us, you know, coming down in the summertime. Sorry if you live at the Jersey Shore. We do invade and bring a little bit of a Philly elements. So yeah, so that is Bobbi Brown Beach. And I don't know, Philly people just love going to the beach. Go figure. All right, and then of course transitioning into fall mode. This isn't just one specific fragrance. It's like all of them. I have a couple here, but the next fragrances that remind me of Philly are basically all of the fall Bath & Body Works fragrances. Like all of them. Because most of us have a lot of them. I have Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte here and also Sweater Weather. These are fun, but there's like a million of them. I like pretty much all of the fall ones, especially the pumpkin related ones. So I want you guys to tell me down below, if you live in other parts of the United States or even of the world, do you have like pumpkin spice fever? Like, is that a thing? Because here it is craziness. And in fact, right now it is August. Wawa, which is our like convenience store chain here in Northeast United States, they already put out their pumpkin spice coffee for the year in August when it's like 90 degrees. And guess what? People are all over it. There have been like shortages of their pumpkin spice coffee before, like in the whole company, because people are that crazy about pumpkin spice things. I'm sure Starbucks is going to follow very soon, and Dunkin' Donuts and, you know, all the chains, but there is just like this, I don't know, it's this crazy fall, autumn, like pumpkin-y mania that goes on here. And I mean, I'm pretty guilty of it myself because I'm obsessed with the fall. I wish fall lasted all year long. I love it. I love the leaves. I love Halloween, all of that. But I'm telling you, man, people love going to Bath & Body Works here. And not that like loving Bath & Body Works is exclusively a Philly thing, but it gets crazy there. Like when, you know, the stores had a line to come in when they had like capacity limits, there were lines like all the way down like the mall corridor to get into Bath & Body Works. So yeah, it's really popular. Let me know if it's as popular where you live, but all of the fall stuff is coming out now, Bath & Body Works, and people are already buying it all up. So yeah, that is, that's my other Philly favorite thing, Bath & Body Works fall fragrances. Really anything that's like pumpkin-y, autumnal, we like it. We go crazy for it. I mean, we do have really nice autumns here. So, yeah. Okay, so this last one here, I told you before, we have like, we like our sweet things. We're sweet. A lot of us are very friendly. Philly people are very honest. We tell it like it is, but for the most part, I think we're very nice. But, sometimes we do some things that are a little bit questionable. One of them being we like to set things on fire and blow things up sometimes. So the fragrance that I chose to represent that aspect is Imaginary Authors' A City on Fire. I also just have a sample of this because unfortunately I didn't discover this until the spring, and I definitely I'm totally on board and I want a full bottle, but I felt like it didn't make sense to get a full bottle of this going into, spring and summer, because this is not a spring and summer fragrance whatsoever. This is definitely fall and winter, but yeah. City on Fire basically smells like burning. Some people don't like this because they think it smells like burning meat, like bacon, like stuff like that. I'm totally okay with it, honestly. But yeah, it smells like fire, like a little more extreme than like by the fireplace. It's a little bit more cray than that. It's a little bit more on another level of like burning smells, but I don't know. I really like it. So Philadelphia, we sometimes, we set things on fire, like, cars or whatever. And, it doesn't really matter the occasion. Like sometimes we set things on fire because we're celebrating the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. And sometimes we set things on fire to protest social injustice. We just set things on fire. I'm sorry. It's kind of like what we do. So yeah. That's maybe one slight negative. Don't let it deter you though from visiting if you want to come here. So yeah, so that last one was City on Fire by Imaginary Authors. All right, so there you have it. Those are 5 scents that represent my place of living. What am I saying? That represent where I live. Sorry, it's been a long week, people. Oh my God, and it's only Monday. Oh, it's been a long week. But anyway, there you have it. Those are some scents that represent Philadelphia and the Philadelphia area. So now, what Ray and I would like you guys to do is tell us what scents you feel represent your city. And you can use the hashtag Scents of My City. I'll put all of the information in the description box. And of course, tag us. That would be great. And again, thank you so much to Rey Schar for collaborating on this. And I will, again, have his information down below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. If you're not familiar with me yet, the reason why I'm called Limelight Lass is because I'm kind of like an extreme Leo extrovert, all of, loud out there, all of that. And so I like fragrances that make you stand out, that get noticed, that are not subtle. So if that's your vibe, if you like that sort of thing, please subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Like I said, my channel is fairly new, so I am, trying to build a nice community here, and I would just appreciate all of your support. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!